Okay, so in these kinds of problems, we're looking at the probability distribution function of these discrete events. So these just mean that these are the only things that can happen. So in this case, we're looking at the number of years a high school student studies foreign language. So it can either be one of those 5 things. So it can be 0 years, 1 year, 2 years, 3 or 4 years. It can't be anything else. And the probability of one of those things happening, at least one of those things happening, is 100%. So one of these 5 things is going to happen. So what that means is that when I add up the individual probabilities, they have to add up to 100% or 1. And so if I just add these things up and then subtract it from 1, that's going to be the probability of that event. So if I look over here, if I add these up, I have 0.1 plus 0.1 plus 0.34 plus 0.14, and so I get 0.68. So the probability of these 4 things happening, 0, 1, 3, or 4, is 68%. So the probability that 2 is going to happen is going to be 1 less than that. So if I go to, so the probability that x is going to equal 2 is going to be 1 minus the sum of all those other ones, so minus 0.68. And so we get 0.32. So that's going to be our answer here, 0.332. That's one, but you get the idea. There we go. Okay, and the second problem works out exactly the same way. So they give you this probability distribution table. And so here are the possible outcomes, 0, 1, 2, 4, and 6. So notice that there's no possibility that you get a 3, right, or a 5. So it's 0, 1, 2, 4, or 6. So I don't know what this represents, and they don't say what it represents, and it doesn't really matter, but these are the 5 possible things that can happen. And so if we add these things up, we get 0.1 plus 0.2 plus 0.3 plus 0.3. So we get 0.9. And so over here, our probability that x is going to equal 2 is going to be 1 minus the sum of all those other probabilities. So 0.9. And so you're going to get 0.1. And so here we're going to get 0.1. All right, so that's how you do those kinds of problems. So I'll post the video for the next problems here in just a minute.